I'm sort of surprised that the game doesn't have any stealth firearms. Yeah, the ladder thing, I have no idea how you're supposed to climb down on ladders. What? What's the point of exploding if they're not gonna even die? Oh Christ. So don't bother using explosives because it just throws people around. So I can't see that being useful in any situation. Why don't you just climb? Yeah, no. If it's that hard in the game to climb, just the tutorial for climbing. Can't be that hard. Guessing that's supposed to be some kind of a sniping weapon. I'm not very impressed, to be honest. Very inaccurate rifle. Or at least we can't use it in a way that it's an accurate rifle. And our weapon skill, I think it's 9 at this point. So if you can't use it accurately at this point, it's a totally useless weapon. See if it... Yeah, it's not that great. This is a superior weapon in every... barely moves, very steady, rapid rate of fire, powerful weapon. I'm not sure which way to take. Not that. At least not initially.
Shh. Did you hear something? Perhaps. Shall I go and investigate it? No. If someone is out there, let them come to us. There's only one way in. You're mistaken. There's another way. We must be cautious. Yes, I suppose. But I don't know the man who can hold his breath for that long. It is not men we need to worry about. Ah, yes, I see your point, though. We shall be cautious indeed.
The hell are they doing? This is simply so much superior weapon to everything else so far. The pistol is made as it's a better long range weapon. Ironically, funnily enough, usually pistol is a great short to medium distance weapon. I would say short distance weapon. Main use it is to have enclosed that it doesn't take much space and it's good in enclosed in when tight spaces, although a submachine can probably still be better. To medium to long range engagements, I can't see any reasonable system where rifle, some kind, wouldn't be the superior weapon. That ash. Looks like ash.
No more, no more, no more fire. Oh, fire.
Ash?
You. They've ruined my face. The fire. I can still feel it in my wounds. They'll kill me. They'll come back with their brands and it will burn.
Burn. Yep. Yes, they will. Yeah, keep your voice down.
I wouldn't talk, so they burned me. Again. And again and again. Their eyes, they enjoyed it. Before they come back, I'm begging you. Let me out.
I can offer him a little bit blood, but I'm not sure what kind of blood packs I'm offering. I'll look for a way out. I want, if it's a normal blood pack, sure. If it's a Elder Vitae, no. I'll choose the option though.
I once drank from the most desirable women in the world. Right now, this bag looks better than any of them.
Yep. Don't go anywhere, I'll be back. What did I lose? I can't tell. Might have even been Elder Vitae, but I still have two, so I'm in any way concerned about it. What's lockpicking? 10. Yeah. I don't see any point on spending blood to open it at this time. Reason being, I'm currently on a killing spree anyway. So there's very likely the key is somewhere. I will stumble on it anyway, so we'll keep the blood for now. We know there's an underwater cave that lets us get out of here. But we can't see. Yeah, that's a minor problem. Where is it? Yeah, I can't goddamn see. Is it down? Where are you coming up? Go down. There is something. But I think this leads to the area with a lot of guards. So I don't see that it makes much sense to use this. Oh, don't go to the surface, you fool. And we likely can't go there. Yeah, I don't see this being a good idea. Now there are multiple guys still there. I need to suck someone's blood. And it's gonna be you. Yeah. I think the main problem with the AI in the range combat section is that it doesn't seem to have any understanding at what range his weapons are effective, so he keeps on using weapons way beyond their effective range. Yeah, there's a boat. Yeah, I didn't want to take it. Now, anyone has a key to the ash gate? That would be nice. If I don't find the key here, I'll go and use blood on to get him out. Want to leave him here. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, what's that? Key. I had almost given up hope, but there it was. Yeah. Actually, I would have appreciated the option that sometimes if you don't invest in some of those skills, it would simply be there's no way of getting you out. So what do we do? We are great reason to get people to invest in those skills without making them almost necessary to play the game. Because if you play like a nice vampire and want to help people, you're in a terrible situation when you know that you simply don't have the skills to help someone escape, and you're going to have to abandon him to torture or death. Maybe even kill him yourself to sort of an act of mercy instead of subjecting him to God knows how long of a torture and how terrible. But now, of course, he has to be freed, and so the game provides you a key to it. It does make sense in a bad luck kind of case. I'm surprised that we can't. Can we just bash this open? It's a bad luck limit to how much that little bit of iron steel can handle.
Thanks. You'll never see me again. I'm gonna go somewhere no one will ever see this face again.
Good luck in Canada, yeah. Yeah, goodbye, Ash. A terrible thing to happen, but it's nothing we can do anything about. We did what we could. We set the man free, gave him some of our blood storage to heal part of the wounds, and that's about all we can do at this point. Anything else is beyond our current means. I don't feel bad at any way of abandoning him. Another Ithaca shotgun. Yeah. We have a few of these desperation weapons. So if we have to encounter heavy areas of combat where we don't get replenishment for ammo, we're using the shotgun and magnum. This pistol, and especially the, what is it? Forgot its name every 5 minutes. Steyr AUG. Steyr. It's the machine gun. We use the machine gun will be mainly served to combat vampires, all kinds of supernatural enemies. It's the only real good weapon we have that can burst high amounts of damage. The shotgun is a decent one, but the clip size is only 6 ammunition, so constantly reloading it. Crap. Was fight. Ooh. Crap. Sniper. Oh yes. It's an actual sniper rifle though. You miss.
I knew Johansen would lure the servants of Satan, but I set this trap for the archfiend himself. Where is Lacroix?
Lacroix. Yeah, you think Lacroix would come here alone?
Perhaps when Lacroix runs out of minions, he will show me his face, and God will guide my shots through it. Before I send you to eternal damnation, any last words?
Really? Let's do this. I'm not quite sure what we're doing. What? Ah, there he is. And we're stuck in tables. Vampires and werewolves. Ah, that's cute. Yeah, that's not cute. Definitely no cuteness there.
Out, devil!
What was that? What kind of magical teleportation abilities does he have? Okay. To make sure we have a room for the ammo or weapon. Yeah, away. No. No. Why can't I take it? You suck, game. And now the body's gone. Oh, that's very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Vampire. I love the style they've chosen. Are werewolves that big, really? That's twice the size of a vampire. Jesus. Anything here? Not yet. I'm guessing that's our target. So let's save. I don't want any mistakes happening.
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go!
Dr. Johansson?
I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. Bring me back to my hotel at once.
There's a boat not far from here. Help me and I'll help you escape. Yeah, there's a... You remember the boat.
Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia.
Yeah, tell me what you know about the Ankaran sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back?
Now don't worry about them, just answer my questions.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape.
Sure.
All right. Where should I begin?
Yeah, what can you tell me?
Let's start with the history of the Ankaran sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians?
No.
Well, the Assyrians lived in Mesopotamia, a region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Most of this territory is now modern-day Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Syria.
Yeah, go on.
They were warmongers, conquerors, a people driven to expand by their kings. Even before the Romans, they migrated their conquered people to the territories to stem revolt, but I'm afraid I'm getting off the subject.
Go on.
Well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record.
Yeah, please continue.
While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Masquerade, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something.
Yeah, what does this have to do with the sarcophagus?
I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Masquerade could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years, but this is who is believed to be contained within.
Are you sure?
An educated guess. Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid.
You compared him to a vampire, any reason?
You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth, and the engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation.
Which is?
A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood.
Yeah, Porphyria. I think I might have. No. So, Messerach drank human blood.
Perhaps. Drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
Yeah, how did you find the Ankaran sarcophagus? We're not going to ask about vampires because we don't want to direct his mind into that line of thinking. We don't want to focus our attention to the vampire fact.
That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring. Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, sounds like you're hiding something. Care to share?
I don't know what would make you believe that. I have been very forthcoming with you so far. I think that maybe you are not as familiar with the process as me.
Tell me how you found the site.
Okay, I tell you, yeah. I was not even aware of the sarcophagus' existence until I received a package with no reply address in the mail. Inside was the information on how to find it and the key. Please keep it a secret, or I could be ruined. That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello. Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth.
Yeah, I asked about the vampires because that's the only option the game left me. So how does the sarcophagus open?
Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing.
Do you have it?
How strange, you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed.
Do you have a copy of the key?
No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place.
There's a boat nearby, we can escape on it.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
No problem, I'll save immediately. Because, you know, escort missions. Not a fan.
Your time of judgment is here.
Come on. game. Okay, I'm guessing we'll have to go to the boat. I think we have enough time. I'm not at all interested about saving the archaeologist. If he isn't going to be able to run with me, he can die here. Very close. 10 seconds to spare. Okay. What's that supposed to be? Kind of rubble? There's nothing for it to come off from. Oh. Yeah. Something's happened here. Well, I think Officer Chunks has had a bad day. And I'm stuck on a body. I have no idea what's. Why can't I just walk past him like normal? Wait. Really armored.
You can always count on the Sabbat to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. They're reckless, but they don't normally try to attract this much attention. This carelessness warrants observation. I hope it doesn't become pandemic.
Suppose I should go talk to the prince first, pack them up. It's a bot.